your own.
Does it have to be in Fringe?
Yes! We're the Mighty Jumps.
I think I've had that in about 15 years. No, God, 20. Oh my God, 20. Wow.
Okay, I have a couple, so I'll be very brief. My first favorite scene is when Walter is at the phone booth and he can't remember the number to get in touch with Peter. That was one of the most touching scenes I've ever seen in television. And then my other favorite scene that I had read and kind of breezed over in the script, and then I saw it on television and I started crying, was when Olivia goes into her house and she realizes that the doppelganger had been washing her clothes, and she realizes that, you know, this woman had taken over her life, and she starts ripping the clothes out of the dryer. And it was so heartbreaking because I'm never going to experience that, obviously, you know, to have someone take over your life that way, but it was just played with such subtlety and beauty. It's such a testament to how talented Anna is as an actress. I'm getting so
We're girls and they put us together, so it rubs off, and that's the way it goes, and that's the thing.
seriously, this is just such a gorgeous cast of people, and I've learned so much just watching them.
But that's the bit that TV teaches you. It's not necessarily your characters, that you get to watch these people all the time, and you get to watch them do, you know, like a lot of the procedural stuff, and just on Jessica, one of the, you know, finally, last year, there was like an episode that was completely about Astrid, which we had all been hoping and waiting and waiting and waiting. And we had been waiting for so long for that. And Jessica comes in with her, you know, in her outfit. Oh my God. Jessica comes in and we're all there ready to do it, and the crew is all there, and it was silent. And our set's loud, and it was so silent, and the respect and the care and the love that was given that's the bit, because we get to work together, and watching you do that was just, but not even on screen, watching that in the room was just so special. And we were all there that day. That was one of the most magic moments, I think, that we have had in the last 5 years. So thank you. We had to wait a while, but we got it.
So was that your scene? That was your scene? Oh, okay. It's funny because I actually wasn't there that day. But, no. But the reason I say that is because, are you talking about, don't start me crying. Are you talking about the scene when Astrid has the scene with her?
Yeah. It sounds stupid, but we have been waiting a really long time.
Normally I don't watch, like I didn't watch The Wire until we're in the middle of season 3. I still haven't watched most of my stuff on Oz. I haven't watched my season of Lost. So I haven't watched most of the show, but I watched that episode. And, shit.
Walters.
It was actually 2 scenes together, even though they didn't come right after each other. When Astrid has the conversation with herself, and her alternate self asks her if she thinks that her father loves her. And Astrid has already lied to her, except we don't know it yet, and told her that her father's dead. And she said, yeah, I think he did, it's just that he didn't know how. And then you see her in the last scene when she goes in to see her dad, and he asked her how her day was, and because she's going over to, he makes your dinner, right? Yeah. That was my favorite. Those were my favorite scenes. So you can't go up and tell anybody this happened.
I too am sensitive. I loved it when Peter chopped that guy's fingers off. Stand alone for me. And I think there's one episode in the first season where Olivia shot 17 men in one scene. What can you say? Look, those scenes I'm talking about were some of the most beautiful stuff we ever done, but I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. Your turn.
I feel like an abusive father right now. I apologize, I don't have tears for you guys. I actually think, I don't know, it's not a scene, but I think I'm gonna go with, I mean, truly, probably most of my favorite scenes would be your scenes, but I'm in a lot of those, and since you can't pick the ones that you're in, I'm gonna go with Seth Gable. Not necessarily with a scene, but particularly when he was doing his doppelganger stuff. I mean, all of you guys have done beautiful doppelganger stuff, but the ways that he contrasted his two selves, I thought was really, really well thought out and well performed. So I'm gonna go with Lincoln and Alt Lincoln, just in general.
Where the worms came out of the guy's
Yeah, but I'm in it. I can't say that. I mean, truly, the grossest thing, okay, so I can give you two, but I'm in those scenes. The two times I've nearly lost my lunch on Fringe. Let's go with a different bodily function. There's one in the first season where we have a girl's eyeball out of her skull.
Oh, yeah.
We're sticking needles into it. And when we were shooting it, because things like that, in a horrible way, become normal when you're on set, you're like, oh yeah, eyeball, no problem. I was doing the thing, and then you watch it on camera, and I was like, oh my god, that's just so foul. It's just so incredibly disgusting. And then we did another one, I think the episode's name is Snakehead, where we pull these nematode worms out of people.
That was good.
And our effects crew is so good that I didn't know we had these poor people who were like half dead in the water, and they were live people that were now half dead, and they built some mock-up bodies, and I didn't realize that this one was a mock-up body, and it had the worm in his mouth, and John just rolls down to it and pulls this like 7-foot worm out of it, and I was like, oh Jesus! This was right next to me, and I literally did the expecting this poor guy to be like,
I remember that day.
Oh my God.
And the times when you thought something was real and it was dummy, and the times you thought something was a dummy and he blinked.
yeah. Yeah, stop killing me! What?
I remember seeing in the very first season where I had been standing next to this girl. She was lying on a gurney. It's one of my best actors too. She's lying there, and we'd been chatting, so I knew that she was a real person. And I went away to do something, and I came back to go, how are you? And she had an eye out. And I think I nearly died. I realized I just switched it out really quickly in the minute that I was gone.
It's an all very moving moments.
I think we have another video clip.
Yeah, you got
right?
to.
Yeah. This is completely exclusive, made solely for this event. In or out of their heads. So I think
This is something else for you guys that we all wanted to give you because we feel like you have a brick in the building, and it's not saying goodbye, it's saying that we're successful. All of us are really successful in running 100 episodes and having this beautiful family, and you guys being a part of it, and us knowing that. So we just, from all of us sitting here and all the people in Vancouver who are working so hard to bring you the show, and all the people at Fox who stuck with us even though our numbers were middling at best, which never happens. So yay Fox, and you have to really say thank you because don't do really well, you know, everybody's first thing like, I'm never watching Fire again. I'm never watching it again because they canceled my favorite show, and you know, we tend to forget that it's a business, you know, people have to make money. So the fact that they stuck with us and they said, no way, this is too much fan support, it's too much media attention, and we really love the show and believe in it. Thanks to them, and thanks to Warner Brothers for everybody, but most of all, like I said, thanks to you guys, because you really do own the show with us, and we want to show you this as a thank you.